Hollywood is supposed to be where dreams come true, where the most beautiful faces light up the screen. But sometimes, fame doesn't come with looks that fit the Hollywood mold. In fact, some stars became famous because of their unusual, shocking, or downright bizarre appearances. And as you're about to see, beauty in show business is never guaranteed. Before we dive into the countdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because this list will definitely leave you shocked. Number 20. Richard Kiel. Richard Kiel was impossible to miss. Standing over 7 feet tall, his giant frame and steel teeth made him unforgettable as the villain Jaws in the James Bond films. His unusual look came from a condition called acromegaly, which enlarged his facial features and body parts. Instead of hiding from it, Kiel turned his appearance into his biggest weapon in Hollywood. Fans loved him for his menacing presence, but off-screen, Kiel admitted that his size brought health struggles and constant stares from the public. Even so, his uniqueness gave him a career most actors could only dream of. And while Kiel embraced his difference, the next star went down a much darker path with plastic surgery. Number 19. Jackie Stallone. Sylvester Stallone's mother, Jackie, was once a glamorous socialite, but years of cosmetic surgery completely transformed her face into something almost unrecognizable. Viewers were often shocked by her frozen expressions and exaggerated features, with some comparing her to a living wax figure. She became a symbol of Hollywood's obsession with surgery gone too far. Ironically, while Jackie's looks were often mocked, she fully leaned into her eccentric personality, even dabbling in astrology and fitness. But if Jackie shocked people, her extended family and Hollywood comedy took it to a whole new level. Number 18. Carrot Top Scott. Carrot Top Thompson built his career on being over the top. With his bright red hair, wild personality, and prop comedy, he stood out immediately. But what really stunned fans was his transformation over the years. Once known for being quirky and funny-looking, Carrot Top underwent procedures that left his face swollen and almost cartoonish. Audiences were left wondering if he was trying to reinvent himself, or if the Hollywood pressure finally caught up to him. Either way, his once goofy charm turned into a source of ridicule. And while Carrot Top shocked America, Japan had its very own ugliest celebrity who embraced the title proudly. Number 17. Aiko Emoto. In Japan, Aiko Emoto made her mark not by hiding her flaws, but by turning them into comedy gold. She became famous for her awkward stage persona, jagged teeth, and unpolished look, so much so that fans literally voted her Japan's ugliest comedian. Instead of being insulted, Aiko used the title to fuel her popularity, laughing at herself and leaning into the role. Her story proves that in entertainment, sometimes owning your quirks can take you farther than chasing perfection. But while Aiko's look was intentional, the next celebrity's shocking transformation was anything but. Number 16. Pete Burns. Pete Burns, frontman of the band Dead or Alive, was once considered strikingly beautiful in the 80s. But years of extreme cosmetic surgeries left him nearly unrecognizable. His lips ballooned, his face warped, and at one point, botched procedures nearly cost him his life. Despite the physical toll, Pete openly admitted he was addicted to changing his appearance. Fans watched in horror as he transformed into a cautionary tale of chasing beauty at all costs. His downfall made one thing clear: even rock stars weren't immune to Hollywood's obsession with looks. And speaking of rock stars, number 15, Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler, the legendary frontman of Aerosmith, has a voice that defined generations. But his eccentric fashion, huge lips, and wild hair have always made him stand out in ways not everyone found flattering. In recent years, attempts to smooth his face with Botox left fans comparing him to a zombie version of himself. Still, Tyler's charisma has always overshadowed his appearance. His rock and roll lifestyle is written all over his face, making him the living embodiment of excess and survival. But while Tyler was larger than life, the next star's fame came from being unusually small. Number 14. Vern Troyer. Best known as Mini-Me from the Austin Powers films, Vern Troyer captured hearts worldwide with his comedic timing and unforgettable presence. Standing at just 2 feet 8 inches due to a rare genetic condition, Verney turned his difference into an iconic Hollywood role. But behind the laughter, Troyer battled with health struggles and personal demons. His size brought constant challenges, and the pressures of fame only made it worse. His story is both inspiring and tragic, showing that even when Hollywood celebrates your uniqueness, it can come with heavy consequences. And from Mini-Me, we move to an EGOT winner with a hidden quirk. Number 13. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg is one of the most respected entertainers alive, holding the rare EGOT status with Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony wins. But many fans don't realize her unusual appearance has a simple secret. She has no eyebrows. Since childhood, Whoopi has shaved them off, refusing to let them grow back. It's become a part of her identity, adding to her distinctive look on screen. While some call it odd, Whoopi has never cared, proving that confidence is the ultimate beauty. But while Whoopi embraced her uniqueness, one global sports icon couldn't escape comments about his appearance. Number 12. Ronaldinho. Brazilian soccer legend. Ronaldinho is remembered for his jaw-dropping skills on the field, his infectious smile, and his unique look. His crooked teeth and wide grin became as recognizable as his dazzling footwork. Fans adored his charm, even as critics joked about his appearance. Despite the mockery, Ronaldinho built a career that money, fame, and success could never tarnish. He showed that charisma and talent will always outshine looks. And speaking of talent outshining appearance, before we reveal the next celebrity, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Number 11. Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop, the godfather of punk, has always looked as wild as he performed. Famous for going shirtless, covered in sweat, and throwing himself across the stage, his body became a roadmap of rock and roll abuse. By the time he hit older age, years of hard living left him with skin like leather and a gaunt, almost skeletal face. Yet fans consider his rough look part of his legend, living proof of punk's chaotic spirit. But while Iggy wore his chaos proudly, Ireland had its own star who looked like the music had chewed him up and spit him out. Number 10. Shane MacGowan. Shane MacGowan, frontman of the Pogues, was infamous for his teeth, or lack thereof. His wild lifestyle of drinking and smoking left him with a mouth so decayed it became part of his image. Fans were shocked when he later replaced them with a single gold implant. His face aged decades faster than it should have, but his raspy voice and rebellious spirit kept fans loyal. Shane became a symbol of rock and roll excess, where talent lived right alongside destruction. And from one unconventional musician, we turn to an actress who embraced her unusual appearance. Number 9. Sandra Bernhard. Sandra Bernhard, comedian, actress, and longtime friend of Madonna, never fit the Hollywood beauty standard. Her angular features and unconventional look often drew harsh comments, but she leaned into it with confidence. Instead of being ashamed, Bernhard used her striking appearance as part of her bold, in-your-face comedy style. She became proof that talent and attitude could overcome traditional beauty norms. But while Sandra owned her look, the next comedian couldn't escape the medical condition that defined his face. Number 8. Marty Feldman. Marty Feldman was one of the most beloved British comedians of his time. His bug-eyed look, caused by thyroid disease and corrective surgeries, became his signature. Rather than letting it hold him back, Marty turned his unusual face into his greatest strength on screen. He wrote, acted, and made audiences laugh worldwide, showing that being different could be a superpower in comedy. Marty's career is remembered fondly, but his appearance was unforgettable. And before we move to the next celebrity, don't forget to like and subscribe for more shocking Hollywood stories. Number 7. Clint Howard. Clint Howard, brother of director Ron Howard, has built a long career in Hollywood despite never looking like a typical star. His bald head, crooked teeth, and quirky expressions made him perfect for memorable character roles. From Apollo 13 to countless cult films, Clint embraced being the oddball, and fans love him for it. While he may not have leading man looks, his face is instantly recognizable. But while Clint thrived in his uniqueness, the next actor's unusual look came from surviving a devastating illness. Number 6. DJ Qualls. DJ Qualls became known for his skinny frame and awkward charm in films like Road Trip. What many don't know is that his appearance was shaped by a battle with cancer in his teens. Harsh treatments left him rail thin, giving him the unusual look that Hollywood later cast him for. Instead of letting illness define him, Qualls turned it into a career, often playing lovable underdogs. His story is one of resilience, but the next celebrity on our list is a cautionary tale about wealth, obsession, and way too much surgery. Number 5. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Jocelyn Wildenstein, once a glamorous socialite, became infamous for her extreme plastic surgery. She reportedly spent millions trying to reshape her face, chasing a cat-like appearance that left her nearly unrecognizable. Dubbed the Bride of Frankenstein by tabloids, her look has overshadowed everything else in her life. Jocelyn remains one of the most notorious examples of cosmetic excess gone wrong. And before we enter the top 4, hit that like button and subscribe, because these final names are shocking. Number 4, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was the king of pop, but his changing appearance became one of the biggest mysteries in entertainment history. From multiple nose jobs to his skin condition vitiligo, Michael's face transformed dramatically over the years. While fans adored his music, many couldn't stop speculating about his surgeries and personal struggles. His talent was untouchable, but his appearance left a lasting shadow over his legacy. And from the king of pop, we now move to the prince of shock rock. Number 3, Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson built his career on being terrifying. With ghostly makeup, dark costumes, and unsettling performances, he intentionally made himself look monstrous. His image was designed to shock parents and thrill rebellious teenagers. Offstage, Manson never looked conventionally handsome either, but it was his deliberate transformation into a horror-like figure that made him unforgettable. But while Manson chose his look, the next actor was simply born with features Hollywood had never seen before. Number 2, Michael Berryman. Michael Berryman's appearance was shaped by a rare genetic disorder that left him without hair, nails, or sweat glands. Instead of hiding, he used his look to carve out a career in horror films, playing some of the most iconic monsters in cinema. Despite his unsettling features, Berryman has always been admired for his kindness and professionalism. His face made him a legend in his own right, but even his horror roles pale in comparison to our number 1 pick. Number 1, Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace, fashion icon and head of the Versace empire, was once known for her glamorous beauty, but years of heavy plastic surgery dramatically altered her appearance, leaving her nearly unrecognizable from her younger days. Her frozen expressions and artificial features became a warning to anyone chasing eternal youth. Once admired for her elegance, Donatella's transformation shocked the fashion world, proof that even the richest and most powerful aren't safe from the dangers of cosmetic obsession. From actors to musicians, athletes to designers, these celebrities remind us that fame doesn't always mean perfection. In fact, sometimes it's the flaws and quirks that make stars unforgettable. Which one on this list surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next countdown.